Hey guys, it's Victoria again. Welcome back to the channel. Let us jump into your reading. I want to jump straight into it, so let's just do it. There is a video that I was watching last night for a course that I'm taking, and it was going over indigenous practices versus the science community, right? Like the intersections of knowledge and wisdom through both perspectives. And there was a quote by Elder Rose Wabasaka, who is a cultural advisor from the Bent Arrow Traditional Healing Society. And I really did like this quote that she said. And as I was reading it and listening to her speak, I felt like this was a channeled message. So I wrote it down. I was like, I have to bring this up in the next reading. And what she said was, we are all related. We are all human to each other, right? We're all related. We shed the same color blood. We breathe the same air. We are related to the trees, the animals, the water, the fire, the rocks. And she said, if people understood that, if people understand that, I think they might start to learn how to respect our Mother Earth and respect each other a bit more. Which honestly is so true, because if you think about it, even in like a literal sense, we as humans share so much with basically, we have DNA, we share DNA with bananas. You know what I mean? Like we are like 99% have ancestry with chimpanzees or the bonobo apes. So there's something here, like we are connected. Even trees, you know, they're mostly water. And each of us, if you think of trees and humans, each of us is completely unique with our own unique stamp on this world. Work as communities. You know, trees have a huge, like trees speak to each other. If you look into it, like trees actually communicate with each other. And when you think about water, how she talked about water, you know, 62% of our body is made up of water. You know, there's 75%, I believe, of water in your brain. I don't know why that just made me think of someone here needs to drink more water, just because dehydration, I'm thinking about like how dehydration can affect your brain function, like your attention span, your memory. So someone here definitely needs to drink more water. I don't know. Someone here is feeling dehydrated. Going back to, there's really something here with connection to earth and fire, like fire, even, you know, fire is an element that only occurs here on earth. You know, it's heat, oxygen, and combustible material. So not even the sun is fire. You know, the sun is literally just a ball of gas. It's hydrogen and helium, and it's literally held together by its own gravity. But it's a big ball of plasma. You know what I mean? Like there's something here, your connection with Mother Earth, like the way we connect as humans with nature. There's something here that you are going, I don't know if you have received a message or you're channeling a message, or there's something that's coming to you. And I believe that this is going to be achieved by sitting out in nature. Hold on, I'm going to close my door. Hey, babe. I'm doing a reading. I'm going to close my door real quick. Sorry, baby. You're good? Oy. Okay. So this says here, the tree of wishes is calling your name. So it says an almost forgotten wish will now come true. Someone here is waiting to receive a message. Someone here is waiting to receive some type of communication. And you're not going to receive this unless you are actively listening. Because there was also a quote that she said, Elder Rose Wabaska, forgive me for the pronunciation, but she was talking about how she received visions and dreams in a sweat lodge. And she said the teachings would come to me through listening. So there's something here where someone is, I don't know if it's you or there's someone around you where someone is needing to really connect with what's going on around them. Listen to understand, not listen to respond. Someone here could be 42, someone could be 24, but you guys are going to be receiving something kind of grand in your life, because an almost forgotten wish will now come true. There's, I feel like even something maybe subconsciously that you've dreamed of or wished for. Because if you see here, the door is closed. I feel like this is a memory that you are just, or just something that is going to be reawakened here, or you're going to realize this once you get out. Like maybe some of you even need to, I don't know, like, do you guys like touch, like feel energy through trees? I see 555. Like I'm hearing tree hugger. Maybe some of you guys have like a hippie aesthetic, or there's something here where you are very into, maybe you study trees, maybe you know a lot about, maybe you like to research about trees, or there's something here where maybe you like to visit national parks, or you go hiking a lot, or you are just very, very in tune. Maybe some of you have like forest, or there's a lot of trees where you live, or there's a nearby national park, or there's a park nearby that has, there could be something where there's like an old tree, or like a very, I feel like there's a tree that has, this sounds woo, but this is what's coming through. Like, I feel like there's a tree that has a lot of wisdom here that needs to be, that there's a communication that you're going to receive through a tree spirit. That's what's coming through. So let's see. What else does the collective need to know? Angels, ancestors of the collective here for this message. What else needs to be added? This is a very intense message here. Very specific. Very specific. So some of you could, since I'm keep thinking to this lesson that I just learned, like learning about this indigenous root. So some of you could have indigenous roots, or you are learning about, or you're learning, there could be something here with like holistic teachings or holistic knowledge. Maybe you're adding that to, like if you have some type of, I don't know, illness or disease, there's something here where there could be additional information that could be beneficial to you. And I'm not saying like if you have diabetes, you know, drop your insulin and move to holistic. That's not what I'm saying. But there's something here where if you combine the two, because I'm really getting like an intersection, like a crossing, like combination of the two, there's definitely going to be, I feel like this will be beneficial to you. There will be like improvements to something. It could be your health. It could be the way you view things, like a perspective switch on something. Just because I feel like you guys are really kind of going through it. Like I'm even hearing like some of you have been going through periods of like severe stress. Very severe stress. And I feel like a lot of you are being very hard on yourself. And this message has come through quite a bit lately, but some of you could literally have, some of you could have anxiety. Some of you could be suffering from depression or PTSD. And I'm not listen, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not here to diagnose anyone. This is just, if you have those, if you are diagnosed with this is what's coming through. And I really feel like this is something that you need to give yourself a little bit of, I think some of you really need to give yourself a little bit of a break in terms of, I don't know. I just feel like there is like severe, someone has like a lot of stress, and stress can cause the neurons in your amygdala in your brain to grow more. Like it can actually get larger. It can grow bigger. And you know what's crazy is that resembles a tree as well. Like if you look at it, it's dendritic, having branch from, so it's like literally Dendritic is meaning having branch from resembling a tree. And to grow, it's literally the periods of severe stress can cause neurons in the amygdala to grow more dendritic in process. So there's something here where someone either has like a larger amygdala, or there's like a smaller hippocampus. I don't know why that's coming through. That is so random. Because I'm just seeing like if someone were to get like brain scans or something. And you know, when you see images or just even like the human body, there's comparisons to like the galaxy, right? So, man, there is a lot of like, what is going on? You know, let's get into the tarot. I want to know what's going on here. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors of the collective watching this. What does the collective here need to know? Those who are watching this video, those who... Okay, wait, hold on. This flipped over. You have Seven of Swords. Are your actions really as selfless as you think? Some of you are even... I think some of you are like doubting yourself. Maybe you've been watching like a lot of clips or a lot of... I feel like this is like imposter syndrome, or you're... You know, if you were to ask yourself like, oh my gosh, am I the drama? Am I a bad person? I feel like you're someone who really self-reflects on your actions, how they affect not just yourself, but other people around you, how they affect even the places that you're at. I don't know. This is, are you guys like a Virgo or something? This is like heavy introspective energy here. Or maybe some of you are feeling like what you're not going to be getting your dreams or your wishes or what you've worked for, because you feel like certain actions that you've taken, like maybe you feel like you're being very selfish, or you feel there could be someone here who is victim to narcissistic abuse. And like I said, I'm not here to diagnose. I'm not a psychiatrist. Okay. I'm literally a random ass person on the internet. But there's something here if you grow up, like an example, if you grow up with like a narcissistic parent, or are around someone who is narcissistic or who has narcissistic traits, sometimes you as a victim can pick up traits for survival, right? And I'm feeling like that kind of can play into this like CPTSD or PTSD or something here, where someone maybe picked up certain traits from what they were exposed to. And you hear this a lot with victims of this, where they themselves will start to wonder, am I the narcissist? Am I the bad person? Am I the toxic person? And you start to churn it in your head. But please take comfort in the fact that if you were, the thought wouldn't even cross your mind to consider other people's feelings and other people's, like your actions impacting other people. That thought would not even cross your mind at all. So just the fact that you're questioning, or you hold yourself accountable, or you are just very sensitive to that, and you do see maybe you saw certain traits that you were exhibiting, right? I don't know. There's just something here where it's like sometimes I feel like you can fall back in oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Was I being too harsh? Was I being too rude? Am I the bad guy in this situation? That's what I get from this. Because some of you are really asking yourselves, am I being selfish? Am I selfless in this situation? Nine of Wands. Oh my God, it would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. Wow. And the way she's bandaged as well. Her arms cut up, her fingers cut, like actually holding this candle being exposed to this heat, having the wax melt onto your hands. There's something here where you held a lot, you took a lot of heat for something. This could have been like you took a lot of heat, or you took, maybe you were the scapegoat in a family dynamic growing up. But I feel like if you're not actively overcoming this situation right now, this is something you've definitely overcome, or that you seek to overcome. Like maybe for some of you, you have started to acknowledge, okay, yes, this, you can't get past the problem. You can't heal from a situation if you don't even acknowledge it, right? So for some of you, you could have just acknowledged something. Maybe there's something that was a memory. There was something that, I don't know, was exposed to you. Because even like thinking about when I was talking about the sun earlier, something was exposed to you. There was an exposure of something. This could definitely have been from the past. What is this forgotten wish? What is this forgotten wish? Six of Swords. All aboard, witch. It's time to write a new chapter. Wow. Okay. So getting out of a situation, getting out of a toxic cycle, getting out of a toxic relationship. Some of you could have had dreams to literally move as far away as you could from whatever this, if you resonated with that narcissistic dynamic I was describing earlier, it's almost like you want to remove yourself as much as possible from this situation, from this person. Packing your entire life, everything about you. This could be a complete disconnect from someone, like a, you're dead to me, you're dead to me. Yeah, some of you, some of you are learning how to reparent yourself. So there could have definitely been a, like familial ties cut here. You could have cut ties. Someone could have had a narcissistic mother, narcissistic father, narcissistic brother, narcissistic sister. And again, I'm not diagnosing anyone. Don't, if your family has not diagnosed that, don't sit here and be like, oh, that's what they are then. Like, only take it if it resonates. People can exhibit traits without actually being an arc. You know what I mean? So I just honestly feel like the more you're exposed to this environment, the more you're exposed to the situation, it's almost like an infestation. It feels like it's like it festers inside your mind. And it's almost like you still take on a lot of the responsibility, a lot of the burden, a lot of the weight of this situation, and even like a lot of the pain. You're the one that gets burnt in this situation. You're the one that gets cut. You're the one that gets, it's like a burn. Like you get hurt. It's hurtful. Yeah, some of you made the conscious decision to, if you haven't already up and left and made a completely different life for yourself, or moved yourself. Some of you could have moved like more like near water. Some of you might live near a body of water. Could be like a lake, river, ocean. Even you may live near the beach, but there's something here where you live near water, or maybe you even moved overseas. Some of you could have literally moved overseas, or you're planning to. Like that is like the end goal. Some of you could literally be wanting to move across the globe. Like you're trying to get as far away from this as possible. Some of you, this does feel a little bit like running away. So if you have, access or the ability to go to therapy or to heal in some aspect in a way that, is beneficial to you, I would definitely do so. But a lot of you, I definitely, like, this feels more of a finite decision, like the no looking back. This is a blocked all contact. You're dead to me. Like, that is what it feels like. You no longer exist in my life. So some of you could be grieving someone that's still physically alive, but you guys have no communication with each other. Absolutely no communication. But there's almost this feeling for a lot of you, this could be a feeling of relief once you get past the heartache of it all. Like, there might be this pain of disconnecting because there is that familiarity, right? There is that, you could even still make excuses for this person, or you do make excuses for this person, or there's something here where you still come in defense of this person. Even as I do this reading, I feel like some of you could still be like, well, it's not really, like, it's because this, but I don't know. Holy Spirit, please connect me with the energy that collective needs to know, that message that collective needs to know. Archangel Michael, please come through and block out any negativity, any malignant, any malicious messages that are trying to come through, or any messages, whoa, that are trying to misguide the collective. Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. And then you have 13. Broom. Literally death. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something new. Some of you are literally moving. You just moved. You made a change in your location, in your home. So if some of you feel like maybe you used all of your savings, all of your finances to get out of this toxic space. Maybe it was a hit on maybe if you were living home, maybe you had more money to spend, or if you were in it doesn't even have to be like a family. Maybe it is not family by blood, but maybe it's a family by close friends or cousin here, or it could even be like an ex. Literally, it could be even an ex, because sometimes you can be in long-term relationships like that too, and they do become your family, but this could be like a DV situation as well. And maybe you were scared to take that step outwards because it affects your finances in what you perceive to be a negative light, or it's like a hit on your finances. But this is overall going to be, it's working, like overall, this is going to benefit you much more than if you were to stay in that environment, right? The more you invest in yourself, your future, just you healing, you as a person, the things that you want, the things that, where you put your investment into your values and your growth, yourself, literally, that's all I'm hearing, like investing in yourself, believing in yourself. It's going, and this message has been coming through as well. Something is going to double for you guys. Whatever you've been putting in, it's going to double. Even with the reading I did prior, it was the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. Something is doubling for you guys. Whatever you're putting into right now, I honestly feel like this is going to boom. This is going to take off for you. But you guys are still in this clearing out phase of your life. You're still making room for this new to enter in your life. So there could be something here where maybe you feel cluttered. Maybe your mind even feels cluttered. Maybe again with that anxiety, there could be a lot of things going on right now in your mind. There could be a lot of thoughts racing. But it could even be just very bluntly moving into a new space. Or some of you might need to like clean your floors. I don't know if there's something here where there's like heavy energy, or just even like the footprint of people, or like an energetic footprint, a energetic tie here with someone else. I don't know. There's something here. Maybe some of you need to clean your floors. I don't know if you have like hardwood or laminate, whatever tile. Do like a herbal cleanse, I would suggest. Honestly, I feel like Spirit's coming through to tell you that there needs to be some type of cleansing in your house. This new space you're in, completely cleanse it from like I'm seeing floorboards, walls. Like some of you could have definitely been doing a very deep clean on this new space, or you're preparing to deep clean right now. And I do feel like there's going to be like intentions infused into this cleaning that is going to really clear out a lot of negative energy that's in your space right now. And once you get rid of the things that are cluttering your life, cluttering your mental space, even, there could even be like physical, whatever is going on physically in your place. If there's a lot of clutter, if there's a lot of things that you need to get rid of, that could be what's on your mind right now. The action, like the thing is to just do it. You need to just do it. Put it into motion. Put your intentions into it and clear it out, because that is what's going to make space for this wish that's coming through. The Tree of Wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. Something, I just feel something stirring up for you guys. Something heavy, like something, what is stirring up? Like, obviously there's this move that's in place here, but what is it that, like, every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you? What is it that's being returned here to the collective? What can they look forward to, Spirit? Holy Spirit, what is, okay, that's too many. What can they look forward to? My hair clips. Okay, that's also too many. But we will take the top one. King of Wands, shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. You're becoming a leader. Some of you are becoming like more confident in what you're doing. More confident and in tune with your intuition as well. There's like an inner voice inside of you. Is she on the phone? Wait, what is this? Let me see. You guys hear the crow? Phone's ringing. That's what it feels like. There's a message incoming. Message incoming. Share your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. So you're leading. Okay. Oh, wait. You're leading the way on something. You're leading the way on something. Okay. So if you left a household to talk to, there's someone that's watching you. Someone could be studying you right now. There could be something where there are people who are looking up to you without you even realizing it, or they approve. Not that you're seeking approval, but there's something here where there's someone in your energy or someone around you that approves of your decision. Whatever decision that you made, it could have, again, it was definitely a very heavy decision that was made here, but there's someone around you that very much approves of your decision. Could be a best friend, could be a sister, could be like any sibling here. There's someone here that definitely approves, and they almost look to you as almost like a mentor as well. You could be teaching someone something right now. Whoa. Hold on. This one fell face up, so I'm going to take that one. Four of Wands. Oh my God. Just as we're talking about family, someone admires you. Someone in your family admires you. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. So some of you are creating your own family as well, like soul family outside of your blood family here. Or if you are in contact with family, like relatives here, it could be that you have like a small amount of people that you talk to. It doesn't have to be, but this to me feels like the connections that you're going to be making in your next stage of life here are going to feel so different than your previous ones. It's almost like a night and day type of feeling. And you guys are going to take the time to celebrate the little things, celebrate the small wins. And it says a place to hang your witch hat. You guys are finding comfort. You guys are finding a home. So if you moved to a place where you are completely alone, please take comfort in the fact that you are going to find a soul family. There are going to be people, Spirit is going to send people in your surroundings, in your life here, that you are going to teach them, and they're also going to teach you. There's something here where there's a mentor in play. I don't know if you are going to be mentoring someone, or someone here is going to be a mentor to you in some aspect. It very well could be. Like, I'm seeing this older woman here, and I feel like this is generational as well. So maybe this is like, you're going to be learning from someone, and someone's going to be learning from you, because you also have the little girl here as well. I don't know what this definitely feels like. So if you're someone, if you're like an auntie or an uncle, or you have like nieces or nephews, or you have like a friend who has, you might be meeting someone who has a young child. You could be connecting someone. I just feel like you're going to see and learn a lot more like family dynamics, healthy family dynamics through this connection. And again, don't take this if this doesn't resonate. But let's get final messages here, because we're getting past 30 minutes. Final message. Whoa. Yeah, you guys left toxic people behind. You have 15 toxic witches. It says be cautious of those who take more than they can give, and which is the devil. So yeah, you guys really, you could also be, this could also signify more discernment in your intuitive senses on who you allow in your energy. Because I saw a TikTok once of this girl saying, it's like, if your intuition ever tells you, like if you have a friend where your intuition tells you that's not your friend, don't second guess it, because that person's not your friend. If you ever are feeling in your gut, like, I don't think this person cares for me, or there's just something, like your intuition is there to save, like it's ingrained in us. Even if you are like, it is our natural protector. Our intuition is there to give us the messages that sometimes our brain will block with logic, literally. And I think that's what you learned. It's like you learned how to see the signs. You learned to be cautious. You learned to question and be skeptical of what people are telling you in a healthy sense, not a paranoia, but there is this shedding of naivete, like maybe you were naive a lot of the times before. Maybe this is what people perceived you as. Or you did lower your walls very quickly around friends, or you really wanted to connect deeply with people, and it almost felt like it was hasty, or it felt like it was too quick, or there's almost something here where you've definitely learned how to trust your gut on who you allow into your life. And because of that, you have found peace. You're finding peace. It says pause and savor the results of your success. I am so proud of you guys. Oh my God. This energy feels very heavy and intense, but it doesn't feel bad. If you know what I mean, like it feels like there has been such a victory for you, such an accomplishment. It almost feels like maybe this was something you never believed you could do. The Tree of Wishes calling your name. Like if you moved or got yourself out of this could have been something that you felt you never could have done before. Like it almost feels like you could have never done this before. I never could get out of this situation. I like something that you've achieved and accomplished that you maybe a couple years ago or in the past you were just like, this will never happen to me. Like I never, but you've actually fucking accomplished this, or you're working right now to accomplish this. And if some of you have loved ones that have passed, I'm just telling you right now, I'm channeling like such a pride and I don't know, there's just such a pride that I feel even in my chest right now. It feels like tight. Like it feels so tight, but it feels like, I don't know if if you've had people tell you, like really tell you that you are making such a huge difference, not in just your own life, but to the people around you. Like I feel like you need to, I don't want to say that you need to, right? I'm not here to tell you what to do, but like I just feel like you need to know that someone out there is proud of you, and you are, I don't know if this is like someone's been weighing on someone's mind very heavily, just that they feel like they were the bad person, or they feel like a bad person. I'm even seeing the if you guys have ever seen The Last of Us or ever played the game, well, it's more specific to the show, the quote. There's a character named Henry, and he ends up, well, spoiler alert, to save his little brother, to get medicine in this post-apocalyptic world, to save his little brother Sam. He ends up turning over the leader of a resistance, because in this post-apocalyptic world, they are in like these Fedra, I think it's like enclosures, camps, but basically it's almost like militia run type areas, and it's very, very, I think in that, because it wasn't too much in the game, but in the show they made it that the Fedra were obviously corrupt. They were doing a lot of like vicious acts towards these people, and the people, you know, they rose against them, they rebelled against them. But the leader of that rebellion was turned over to Fedra before the collapse, and it was through this character Henry. But it was because he was working with them because his little brother had leukemia, and he was getting medicine for him. And he says a quote there. He says, he's talking to Joel, the protagonist, the character of the game or show, sorry. And he says, I did a bad guy thing. He's like, that makes me a bad guy. I did a bad guy thing. But he's so anguished over it. Like, you can tell he carries this with him. So you might be someone who has, and I say, like, you might be, literally every single one of us has made decisions where life is not black and white. You know what I mean? It is not so simple. The avenues that we take in life, they can be very, very complicated. And to paint yourself as a bad guy or as a bad person for acts of survival, which is what I definitely feel like happened, because again, this feels to me like maybe you learned or picked up traits from your abuser, or that's just what I'm channeling. If this doesn't resonate, this doesn't resonate. This could be a very specific message. You could have picked up traits, and it could have been like it took you a while to realize this. Because again, as a victim of narcissistic abuse, they can tend, for survival, they can pick up those traits. So there is something here where maybe you are holding yourself to this, like putting yourself through like this self-penance here, or you really put yourself through the grinders here. I don't know what this is, but it's like, for some of you, you're still in that state. And for a very small few of you, I feel like you have gotten yourself out of that mentality and are starting to realize, like, you're more in this Nine of Pentacles energy, where you are now settling into this home, settling and making it your own, finding out. I honestly feel like you're finding out new things about yourself. You're learning new ways of love, even new ways of just experiencing life and connecting with the things around you. Maybe you guys really, again, you need to go outside. There's something here, a connection with trees. So if some of you have like a hammock, or you have like a tree, or you have like swing or something, I don't know. I would suggest here, especially with your spirit guides coming through, to go out, because there is a message here for you. A very specific one, which is not surprising, because a lot of the times when I do readings and I get like a very nature Mother Earth, it's like I feel like a lot of you do get your messages through Mother Earth, which is how I get it. So I feel like you could be drawn to this channel because of that, because there is very heavy earth energy here connecting to Mother Earth. Let's get a final card here, final oracle for advice here. Final advice. Whoa. Oh my God, parrot communication. Life expresses itself in many ways. Humor is only one of them. So you're learning to be more lighthearted as well. And you're learning to communicate in a more healthy manner. So again, this could have been something to do with communication when it comes to those traits, right? Oh, because a lot of the times narcissists will use manipulation. They will use a lot of like gaslighting. So there's something here where you really have had to reparent yourself, even the way you communicate with yourself, the way you communicate with others. Maybe there was something here where you kind of did get involved with toxic situations before. And maybe you kind of hold yourself, maybe you feel guilty over that. But you've moved out of that phase. So as long as you are no longer actively participating and you've learned from it, and whatever you learn from, you're actually putting in action to change the outcome so it's not repeated, I feel like you need to give yourself a little bit more lenience on that, or just a little bit more grace. I say that quite often. It's just like, give your guys self more grace. Like, I feel like a lot of you are so hard on yourselves, but that could be because it's like maybe you had people that were hard on you growing up, like very hard, like unforgiving, and just constantly berating you, or constantly like putting you under that pressure. 9 of Wands, right? Like it was like a constant heaviness, constant struggle here. But here it's like, savor the results of your success, bright joy, sound and singing. Live your being in complete joy and lightness with humor. So you're learning how to have fun. You're learning how to have a good time. You're learning again to just sit and enjoy what is going on around you. Even just small gatherings, right? Even small celebrations here. Taking the time to spend with the people that you love and just appreciating each other in that sense, appreciating the things going on around you guys, appreciating just the small tasks. You could even literally be like having so much fun cleaning, doing like a deep clean on your house. Like some of you could literally be so excited to clean out your house, like what others would think of as chores, and like they don't want to do it. It's almost like this, you feel happy to do it, like you feel ready to do it. It's like and a lot of you could be donating clothes, could be donating toys, donating a lot of like old things as well. But I feel like there's this, you feel energized to do it. You feel like it's working towards something, which it is. Like, please know that this is a confirmation that you are working towards that goal of feeling this serenity. And I do feel like a lot of you guys are, some of you could be working in communications, or there is something here in terms with like, because again, when I was getting like the information about the amygdala and hippocampus, maybe some of you are like actually talking to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, therapist. There's something here where mental health, the brain, is very much a part of this reading. So you could be studying psychology or studying like the brain, or there's something here where you, I don't know, like you struggled with depression before, you struggled with PTSD, or you're struggling. Like there's something here where you have found a peace though. Like you found I don't know if this is almost like something within you that was never settled, that never felt safe, or never felt like that feeling of like walking on eggshells, you know? It's like you now have peace. You now have like peace of mind. This is what it feels like. So I think you're even going to feel it more once you declutter, once you get rid of that, once you make more space for this new to come in, for these 9 of Pentacles to come in, right? So, and this is right before 10 of Pentacles, which 10 of Pentacles makes me think of like legacy. So you guys are building something quite big for yourselves here. And there is something where, again, I see 444. Someone here specifically, you could be making way, you could be paving a way for other people in your family or other people around you who are in this type of, who feel like they are stuck in this situation or stuck in these toxic cycles. You could be someone who helps, through your own experience, helps people move past or get out of that clouded type of perspective, right? And not to say that you can just magically be healed like at the snap of your fingers, but there is something here where you have a very strong, again, you have a very strong intuition, you have a very strong mind here. And I feel like the way that you move is very unique. I definitely feel like the way that you move in life is very unique. And there is, I feel like at least one or two people who are very actively watching you and almost view you as a mentor, almost view you in this, like they respect you. There's this air of respect. And again, I just feel like this pride in my chest, like just very, very proud of you. Like your accomplishments, what you're doing. Again, even if it's like even if you perceive them to be small, they feel big energetically, like they feel huge. Like I feel like you need to acknowledge the fact that you have made huge strides in your journey, very huge strides. So that's what's coming through. I hope this was helpful or entertaining at the very least. Please give it a thumbs up if it resonated, and let me know if you guys are interested in like a giveaway, because I have this new deck. This was the Cozy Witch deck that I just purchased recently, and I have a couple other decks that I don't really use very often, so I was kind of thinking that they would be better used elsewhere. Like, I don't know, if you stuck around this long in the video, let me know if this is something you're interested in. I have a Skyrim deck that I don't use. I have where is it? I don't know what the other names are, but I'll eventually make a post if I get any feedback, if this is something that someone's interested in. But yeah, I don't use them, and I just feel like they could definitely serve a purpose for someone else. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. I'm going to dip out now. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day or evening, wherever you're at. And I just want to say again that if no one's told you, I'm just very proud. Like, even just reading this energy here, please know that there are people who love you, and you are going to be surrounded by, if it's not a big group of people already, like this is like you have people that genuinely care, that genuinely love and respect you. So, or if you don't feel like that is in your life right now, that's what's coming forward for you, because you moved away from the toxicity, the toxic witches, the toxic groups, the toxic communication. Like, you moved away from that, and I really feel like the people that are going to be in your life, or the people that are in your life right now, is going to enrich it. It's going to feel enriched. So I'm going to leave it there. And I hope you guys are treated as you treat others, and stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed, especially the hydrated. Some of you guys are dehydrated. Drink some water, babes. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.